morning, friends. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome here if you're new. I had the horrible realization earlier today that Halloween is on Thursday and it is Monday. So I was looking around after I got back from work and looking at all of the sad half or non-touched Halloween pages that I had such huge ambitions to do at the beginning of the month. And I thought, well, I'm going to do kind of a mini, only a half week, I guess, coloring vlog, sort of. So just a compilation of different pages that I am trying to focus on and get hopefully finished before Halloween is here. I cannot believe how fast it snuck up on me, but maybe this will incentivize me to, I'm not sure if that's a word, but hopefully it will motivate me to get in here and get some of these pages finished. So the first one I am working on is in this Magical Seasons book by Lenka Filanenko. And I am doing this one, so far it's all alcohol marker that I've done so far. Now I am saving the little candle glows for, I think I may do a metallic paint. I want them to be kind of shiny and glowy, and I was saving them for last because I think that'll be a fun little cool effect to pop on at the end. I think I may go back and add the moon color to this bat's eyes too. I kind of like him to have kind of glowy eyes. So as you can see, I only really have the tree left here, and I'm going to do it the same way I did this tree. I'm really trying to work a lot on improving my blending with alcohol markers here. So I used a lot of these, actually, Mondo Llama. I got these from Target probably over a year ago. But this set has so many good browns. I feel like a lot of my alcohol marker sets lack in browns. And there's a lot of variation in browns here, which makes me very happy. So these three that I have sectioned off in the front here, I kept them together to make sure I could remember what I used to do this tree. And I'm going to go in and try to knock out the other tree. I don't know if anybody else has the paranoia where if they do one thing on the page, they're terrified that they won't be able to make it work on the other side of the page. But basically, that's why I've saved this one for last, because I am scared about making it happen again. I'm not super crazy about my finish here on this tree, but I'm getting better. I'm seeing improvement on my blending skills, and I got to keep practicing. So I am going to probably put this to music, maybe speed it up, because believe it or not, it doesn't look like it, but it took me a little bit of time to do this tree. So I think that might be my approach as I go through, is just kind of chat about what's going on with the page and where I'm trying to go with it, and then speed up the actual coloring. So yeah, it is Monday afternoon. I went to work today and I'm off now, and that little sweet spot between work and when I need to start making dinner and then get kids to activities in the evening. So I'm going to take advantage and color. So let's get this tree done. Okay, I am finished the tree. I'm okay with how it looks. I don't know. Like I said, beginner with blending with markers. So I'm learning. One of the things I did was take a dark, medium, and light tone. I tried to put the darkest tone in the darkest shading of the grayscale on the page, and then layered on top of that a little bit the medium tone, and then went over all of it with my light tone. And it kind of helps the colors run together a little bit. And I think it looks pretty cool. So I'm okay with it. I'm going to go ahead and get my metallic paints together so I can pop the color on the flames because I'm super excited to do that. And then this page will be done. All right, I have my favorite paintbrush, especially for smaller things. It's called Transin. I got them off of Amazon, but I really like the point on this one. It's a number 5. And then I am using the Art Philosophy metallic paints. It looks like that. And it is, I'm doing, I've got the card, I swatched it backwards from the tray, but this color, which is here, and then the lighter yellow, which is here, or the goldy yellow, I guess. And I have some water in there. I'm letting it get all ready to be used. And then I'm going to pop it onto the flames here. I don't know why this is like the best part to me, is adding the sparkly, shiny goodness to the pages when I'm done. Okay, so I've got my darker of the two colors here, and I'm just going to pop that in there. I'm not sure what I'm doing with that middle section. And we'll pop it in these guys as well. See, this is why I like this brush. It's gotten a little frayed, but I've used it tons, so, but it is really good for getting into smaller areas like this. All right, that is that. And we'll do the yellow. More of a gold, I guess. And we'll pop that around here. And around the little candle flames. Still not sold on my candle color. I was going for just, you know, a regular cream taper candle look, but I just feel like it looks kind of blah on the picture. But every time I try to think of a color to put instead of the cream, I can't think of what color I would use. So I think they're going to be the traditional cream colored candlesticks. And that is that. Okay. And there we go. There she is, all finished up. Yeah, I like the metallic paint on the flames. I think they really do glow. That's really cool. Okay, so I have one page down of my, let's see, I think I have 4 going right now as whips. Um, and I think, so it won't be this long for you, but it's been over a half an hour for me of working here on this. So I think it's time for me to stop for the day and maybe be back in the evening with a little more. I know I have a kid looking for me right now, so I may be back later, or maybe I will be back in tomorrow with a new page. All right, I am back. It is Tuesday, and I might not do a ton of coloring today because it's the afternoon now. I did have the day off of work, but I've been doing a bunch of errands and laundry and all that good stuff. And I've got some things to do this evening. I need to take my daughter to get her Halloween costume, which has been a whole fun saga. uh, tween Halloween costumes. If you've got one, you know, I think. But we, I think, have nailed down a costume that we all agree on, and I need to take her to get that today after I pick her up from volleyball. So, the evening is kind of booked, but I have a little bit of time. It's gorgeous outside, though, so I'm probably not going to spend a huge amount of time coloring. I feel like I'm going to pick up a lot more once it gets colder outside and I don't have the sun calling me. But for now, I'm trying to soak it up as much as I can until it's gone for the winter. So, but I do want to do a little bit of coloring. I have a page started in A Million Little Monsters by Lulu Mayo, and I have been working on this one here. Last year I did this witch, so I had colored the witch dress and her hat, and that was about it in the picture. So everything else is new, and I've been working on this little monster in the middle. I think I've got my mummy all colored in. I think he's all done. And the ghosties are all shaded. So after the monster, I've really just got the rest of the witch, and then the bats and the little clouds. I want to make them like, I'd love to do them like an iridescent kind of look, but I'm not sure. Not sure about that, but we're going to keep going on the monster for now. Maybe I'll come in a little closer. There we go. That's a little better. You get a little better look at what we're working with here. And this one I'm back to pencils. I'm using Prismacolor on this. So I am going to keep going with that. And let's see. I'm trying to think if I have anything else to add. Yeah. So I had a comment after I did my October coloring game about not having a skeleton for the spot that I landed on in the game, and I didn't get a chance to respond, but I figured maybe other people were thinking the same thing, so I just I had meant to say, I don't know if I did in the video, but I had meant to say that the skeleton was for a Halloween character, not specifically a skeleton, but any Halloween character. Just because I wasn't sure how many skeleton pages I actually had as options. I actually, and you can, I think I did show this page in the video for that option, but I have the tab here that this page is for my Halloween character prompt, which would be the skeleton. So I know it's maybe silly or confusing that I was using the skeleton as a a placeholder for that prompt, but that was my intention. So sorry if that was confusing. I know somebody commented and said you didn't have any skeletons though, and that you're correct. Yeah, just I had different thoughts on that prompt, and maybe I didn't say it in the video, so I apologize for that. But this is what that was meant for. Although I did start a page randomly in oh goodness, it's been so long since I started this page that I cannot remember this color, how I did this. I thought it was just this darker and the pink. I think that's what I did. We'll see. I may need to build the layers or something like that here. But I did start a page actually in one of the Coloring Heaven magazines that I had pulled and chosen a different page from. But I started a page that has, it's not a full skeleton, but it's this weird, like, raccoon creature with, like, half of his skeleton showing. And I thought, ooh, okay, well, there you go. Now I have my skeleton. So I have that page started too. I may work on that. Depending on how far I get on this page, I may work on that one tomorrow. Because it's another one that I kind of like to get finished before Halloween, because it's a nice, it really is a spooky page. It's one of the, I think it's like Bad Halloween or something like that. Bad Girls Halloween. Maybe that's not it. Maybe it's just a Halloween special, but either way, it's a creepy looking page, and a lot of the pages in that issue are pretty creepy. But so I do have that one going, which is a skeleton. So I may actually get that prompt done, not just in spirit, but in a literal sense as well. So that's good. But I did want to mention that just because I apologize. I didn't mean that to be misleading in any way. And big thank you to anybody who watches that coloring game. I really appreciate it. It's always fun to do. And if you haven't watched it yet, you could check it out in November, because I'm planning on playing it again in just a few days here. It's hard to believe. We've had a very busy time here because my oldest had a birthday a few days ago, and then my youngest has a birthday on the 1st, and then my birthday is November 7th. So we just got through a week of celebrating and a birthday party on Sunday, and then this weekend will be more celebrating and another birthday party. So really, I always say by the time we get to my birthday, I'm just like, I don't want to do anything. I just want to relax. Just relax. So that is probably what we will do, which is fine with me. I'd like to spend some time coloring and vegging out at home, maybe sewing some, because I know I've shown a few of the projects I've been working on here on the channel, and I've got 2 going, although I did purchase a couple of Christmassy patterns to work on for the season, so I will likely share those here too a little bit. Hopefully nobody minds seeing that stuff, but it's kind of become a new hobby of mine, so I'm having to split my time and figure out how best to do that. Because I love to read. I'm sure I've mentioned that here on the channel too, but love to read. Obviously I love to color, and now I've been getting more into sewing again, and crocheting also. So honestly, I'm just hopping all over the place, but you know what? It's fun. It's fun to have a lot of hobbies and switch around and show love to all of them. So that's what I've been doing lately. My coloring's taken a little bit of a hit, and there have been a few less videos too, but like I said, I think a lot of that is not so much I'm busy doing other things, and more so that I am busy being outside until I can't be anymore. So I think you'll see things pick up a bit more around here coming up shortly. And that will likely be a pattern on my channel, because I just really like being out in the sun when I can. Need to figure out a really good filming setup outside, and maybe lean more into that next time the worm seasons roll around. That would be nice. Okay, let's see. What I'm gonna add just a little more of this purpley in here. Okay, and then we're gonna layer in the pink. I haven't decided what color I want his bow to be, or her, I'm not sure. Its bow to be. I don't know yet. I just love coloring in Lulu Mayo's books. The paper is just, it's top tier for me. It's just, I don't know, I think it's the most agreeable paper for me to work on, personally. Yes, so this evening I'm going to be taking my daughter and her friend to Spirit Halloween, the big Halloween store that comes to town. I don't know, I think it came in August maybe this year, but we've already been there once looking at costumes, as I mentioned earlier, and the costume of choice was not appropriate for an 11-year-old, so we left the store in a less than composed manner, and I said we would not be going back until we had an agreement on a costume that was more appropriate for an 11-year-old to wear. So I think we have nailed down a costume, and my husband and my daughter and I all are happy with the choice. So now we just have to cross our fingers and hope that 2 days before Halloween, they still have one. So wish me luck. Could be fun. It is, she wants to be a zombie cheerleader now, so at least it's a costume that if they don't have in the store, I can easily throw something together. Especially because I was a cheerleader in high school and I still have my old uniform. So if we have to, we can pull that out, do some creepy makeup, and there we go. We'll be okay. So worst comes to worst, I think we'll be covered. But man, it's been a fun time this year with that whole thing. But um yeah, it's tough because she is tall and she's actually taller than me. So a lot of the kids' costumes are going to be too small for her, but a lot of the adult costumes are just super, super inappropriate. So, yeah, it's been tough. I feel like I have $1 million idea of generating a tween line of costumes that's like a nice in between. It's not like the little kitty costumes that they're all too big for now, but it's not the ones that they're offering either. And obviously I sew, so I offered several alternatives of ones that I could sew or make. And we were not loving that idea, so that's fine. But yeah, the options in the store for a not even a tween, if you're just a more modest woman, adult woman, um, there are not a ton of options. It's crazy. I mean, half these costumes I wouldn't feel comfortable in. So, I know it's all a matter of opinion. I get that. And I'm not knocking anybody who likes to wear them or enjoys them. I'm just, they're not for everybody, is what I'm saying. So, and especially they're not for an 11-year-old. That's bottom line. I just feel like, but yeah, don't come at me if you don't agree with that. That's fine. I understand. Oops. And I'm trying to reach for an eraser and making a mess. Sorry about the bang there. I've knocked a candle over. But yeah, so that's the saga of the Halloween costume to be continued. I will probably be back on tomorrow to continue coloring, so I can update you on how that all went today. We'll see. But I'm gonna finish up this pumpkin and then call it a day here. You may see me using ones that are not Prismacolor because at this point I'm just kind of grabbing from what's been left sitting out around me here. I have a bit of a mess going on in my office and it really needs a good cleaning, but oh, I guess I could come down in the screen a little bit more too. Sorry. This is supposed to be a bit more professional than it is today. A little heavy with that darker orange right here. Let's see if I can. Take some of that back. Take it back. That's a little better. Okay. All right. So I think that's going to be the extent of coloring on this guy for today. I think this monster's so cute. I don't know what's happening in this picture though. I was looking at it and I feel bad for these guys here. I mean, he looks worried. Most of them look worried. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on, but and these poor guys up here are just watching. Are they next for the pot? What's going on? I don't know. But I think I spent way too much time analyzing this page. But it's turning out cute. I'm gonna keep maybe working on it later this evening. I don't know if I'll film that. But like I said, I'm gonna try to come back tomorrow, do a little bit more coloring, and then hopefully get the video up on Halloween. I thought that would be kind of fun to have a little compilation of my Halloween themed coloring to go up for the holiday. So, yeah, so I will be back tomorrow. All right, I am back again. It is now Halloween morning. It is a Thursday morning, and I thought I would get up and do some early coloring. And I wanted to start with showing the progress I've made since I was last on here. I did her head, her little pumpkin head, and I finished the hat and bow on him or her, and then I started my little iridescent clouds here. I like how they're turning out. They don't pick up tremendously on camera, I don't think, but in real life you can see them a little bit more easily. But what I'm doing is I just have a Prisma, the pink, the non-photo blue, and the lemon yellow. That one's hard to read. And then I have a white here. And all I'm doing is, I'll do, let's see, maybe this guy over here, just to demonstrate it, because I kind of like the effect. I think it's kind of fun. Something different. I like that it gives the clouds like a more of a happy magical effect, I think, than a scary one, because I'm pretending in my head that like good things are going to happen to these little guys down in the pot down there because I feel bad for them. So we're going to pretend that there's a good magic spell going on there. And these are little like cotton candy clouds coming out of the pot. So I'm just lightly doing a few little areas of the three colors. And then just taking my white and kind of softening them up a bit and pulling them into the center of the cloud. Get this little area down here. And we'll just push that in. And there we go. One semi-iridescent looking cloud, I guess. Little magical cloud. I haven't decided yet. I'm considering doing like maybe the jelly roll, the glitter. It's like a clear glitter one. I'm considering doing that over the top. I'm not sure yet. I may just leave it be. I'm up in the air on the background of this as well, but at this point I just have the bats and the rest of the little clouds and this guy's hat. And then this page is done, aside from a background, which I'm still up in the air on. So I'm not sure. I guess I still have her, move over here, her little hand and stocking maybe to do. I am really having trouble deciding on a color for those two. So we will see what I land on for that. But I fully anticipate having this page finished today. I think I can do it. So I am going to call this one quits for now and move on to another one. Just add a little more variety to the Halloween coloring of this video. So let me get the next one out real quick and I'll be right back with you. Okay, I came back out for a full view of the page before I go back in again and actually start working. This is in the Coloring Heaven Halloween Special. This is the one I was talking about before that has the skeleton in it. Somewhat. I think it passes. It's the closest thing I've got, so it's going to have to pass. And I am working on this page here. It is by Morgan Pip. And you can see here the skeleton parts that I was talking about. It's like a crazy raccoon. This was the Coloring Heaven I was saying has some pretty creepy pictures in it. So I don't know. I saw this one and honestly I just got inspired because I wanted to color with a sparkle gel pen and I just saw this being like a sparkly black wreath. So that's what I decided to do with that. I am going to go ahead and come in a little closer and then get to adding some more to this guy. I'm not sure what I'm going to work on yet, but let me get in closer and then we'll figure that out. All right, and I forgot to mention I am again using Prismacolor pencils on him, and I think I'm going to just continue with coloring his bones right now, and then we'll go from there. This is another case of me starting to color and liking the way it turned out and then forgetting to write down what or how I did that. So we'll see if I can figure out how to make that skeleton look like that again. I think it was just this 50% French gray and white white to kind of blend it out a little bit. I think that's what I did. So we will give that a shot and see if that works the way I want it to. Hopefully this is not so light that you're not even getting anything on the camera. It is very light. But I would like to get his bones done. This is going to be a little darker because it's kind of back in there. I am struggling a touch with the line art on this one. Actually, I'll move it and show what I'm talking about. So up here, I'm struggling to figure out what is going on with this ear. I'm trying to compare it to this one, and I know he's kind of tilted, but I've got this side of the ear, and then if this is a side of the ear, then what's this in between? I don't know. I'm really struggling on how to color this bit right here. I guess maybe somebody else sees it and just gets it, but I'm missing something there. I feel like there's just too much ear here compared to this side. So I am putting that off till later for sure, because I just don't know what to do with it. But for now, we'll color bones. And honestly, I think, no. I'm trying to figure out, that goes with that. So then this would be the next one down here. And then, like, I'm kind of stuck here with whatever this cloudy blob here is. Like, what is that? Is it just like a cloud of dust that the candy's in? I'm not sure. Is there a way to consult the artist and ask? What were we envisioning for this? Because I'm not sure. Some of it, I'm just having trouble figuring out how to color. I think it's a cool picture, and they are very talented. So I don't mean to make it sound like I'm not supporting the artist, because goodness knows I would never be able to color or draw anything like this. And I think it's a really neat picture. It's probably just me. Okay. There's that. So this is almost his rib cage done. There are a few, it looks like, curving around out of the fur on that side too. So we'll get that next. Oh, I have updates on the saga of the Halloween costume for my tween. We did get to Spirit Halloween 2 days ago. I think it was the last time I filmed. And she has a friend who decided to be a zombie cheerleader, so she said she would be a zombie cheerleader, and we previewed the costume online, and it looked appropriate, and we were going to go for that. And I warned her that it was 2 days prior to Halloween, and that we may be limited in what Spirit Halloween had to offer. And we were. The zombie cheerleader costume was sold out. But she took it very well. We did much better this trip. And she kind of walked through, looked at all the other costumes available, and found this regular cheerleader costume. And of course had to check in with her friend, and they decided that she would be a regular cheerleader, and then she got this little like zombie bite patch, like a skin patch thing, that you glue on yourself. And she's going to be a cheerleader that was bit by a zombie, so when they trick or treat together, it's like the zombie cheerleader, and then she's bit her friend, the regular cheerleader. So it's kind of a cute idea. And the cheerleader costume was, like I said, way more appropriate than the other one we were looking at originally. And oh, this is backbone in here. I'm just starting to see, like I said, this is probably me just not interpreting the picture right, not the artist at all. So yeah, and then of course, they did not have the size. They had like extra larges and mediums left, which thank goodness they had mediums left, because I don't think we could have made an extra large work. in any way, shape, or form, but they did have a medium. And we kind of took it out of the package and held it up in the store, and it looked passable, that we would at least be able to like pin it into place. So that is what we did, and she is happily at school now in her bit by a zombie cheerleader costume. So we made it. It was touch and go for a little bit, but we made it. Trying to figure out if there's anything else bone-wise in there. I think that might be it. And then the only other bit of bone on him is over here. We've got his, I don't know. Is there bone in there, or is that like a flesh wound? I'm not sure. This is not my area of expertise in any way. I am not a creepy, horror-y person at all. I'm gonna say that's gonna be a flesh wound, and we'll move on. Let's see. Let's get maybe a little bit of the candy colored. It is Halloween after all, so let's do some candy coloring. I have to choose what colors I would like to make the candy. We'll do a purple lollipop to start here. Blue, I guess it's more of a blue. There we go. Let's see, let's do at least one more. It's kind of my way I like to do things when I've got multiple colored things in a picture, is I'll pick like at least make sure at least two things have the color. I don't know where it came from, but that's what I usually do. I feel like then you don't end up with this random thing that's the only thing of that color. I guess it makes it look a little more cohesive. It looks like I already used that same blue there too. Okay, so then let's see. What other colors do I want to use for candy? I think like maybe a red. Let's see, this looks kind of like a peach ring here, so I think I might do like a peachy with a yellow outside, like it's a peach ring. And then let's pop some yellow around the outside there. And I don't know, do I have, oh, I do have another one of those in here. So we'll get him too. There we go. Right. I think some green candy might be fun. Let's see, maybe the lime peel. We'll go in and get this guy right here. Oh, I just realized I only colored the orange part of my candy corns too, so I'll have to go back and get those as well. All right. There's a green. Where else do I want to do a green? Maybe I'll do one up here on this leaf. I think that might be nice. Let's allow for a little contrast with the colors there. And actually, I was debating on using this color green as the candles. I may be doing that. That may be what I do. Let's see, where did that yellow go? I'm going to go ahead while I'm thinking about it and hit the rest of these candy corns. There we go. There's a whole bunch of them. It's funny how adding that one little color makes a lot of difference. Like now they look better. Where else? I've got a couple over here, which I may need to shift a little bit here. Get them in the picture. Sorry. Didn't mean to slide it that fast. And we've got this guy here. Let's see, is that it for candy corn? Did I get them all? I think I did. I still have no idea what I'm going to do with this cloudy, fluffy area in there. I just don't know. I think I am going to do the gummy worms in... Let's see, we'll do like the blue and reddish. Those are my favorites in the, you know, like the Haribo packages. I like the blue and reds the best, so we'll do them. That, and then I'm not putting anything close to the pumpkin-y color on the pumpkin. Jack-o'-lantern. So if you celebrate Halloween, are you doing anything special tonight? Are you, do you dress up? Do you pass out candy? Go out with kids or grandkids? This will be the second year now where my youngest is going trick-or-treating in a friend's neighborhood, and just without us, so it's a little different. It's the first year in a long time last year where we weren't taking kids around trick-or-treating. My older two are 16 and now 18, so they are not trick-or-treating. It's different. Kind of sad, but we had a lot of years of doing it, so I feel like I'm more now accepting of the fact that I just get to sit at home and pass out candy We don't get a lot of trick-or-treaters in our neighborhood because we're kind of separated off into a smaller neighborhood, and there's a really big neighborhood with lots of houses that are very walkable with nice sidewalks and everything. A minute away, it's where my daughter will be going. So I think a lot of people end up going there. And there's so many kids in that neighborhood that, like, every year my kids have had friends in that neighborhood that we've gone over and trick-or-treated with. So I think that's what a lot of people do in our neighborhood. But I will pass out candy to whoever comes to the door. That'll be fun. And I like to do a little kind of fun Halloween dinner. So this year I have, I'm going to do mummy dogs. So just like hot dogs with crescent roll wrapped around them and baked in the oven. And then I have a special Halloween pasta mix that I got from Aldi that I'm going to make like maybe a creamy pasta sauce for. So that's the plan for my evening of Halloween. Nothing too groundbreaking, but it should be a fun, nice evening. Let's see, what do I want the other side of this pop to be? I think I may go with just a different tone of green. There we go. All right. I think I'm going to call this one here. I have some things I need to get done today, and I just had a little bit of time in the morning to color, so let me come back out and you can see how far we got in total here. All right, there he is, wild and crazy as ever. So I got a good majority of the candy colored. I'm going to be, I know, racking my brain to figure out what I want the other colors to be so I don't have too many of the same color on the page and all of that. And of course I still need to color his fur, which is going to be kind of challenging, I think. But he's fun. This is a fun one. So, oh, of course the candles as well I'm going to work on. I don't know if I'm going to get this one done before the end of the month, but it was a fun time working on it anyway. So if you've stuck around through this whole thing, thank you so much for being with me for the week of Halloween and enjoying some spooky coloring time. I hope everyone who celebrates has a super awesome, fun Halloween and enjoys the special day. If you don't celebrate, I hope you're having a good day too. So thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.